Yo, what's up everybody? Present day me here. You can tell because I'm actually shaved and I don't look like a Discord mod anymore. So yeah, basically what's going on is if you saw the map packs video, I got like a bunch of videos that I recorded back in like 2022, 2023 that I am just now getting around to editing because I still want to release them. So yeah, the next few videos there might be like, I don't know, whatever intro saying like this was recorded in 2022 or whatever. So yeah, that's the story. You might be seeing that a lot. This dog right here. Dog. And yeah, that's about it. So hope you enjoy the video. Wait, did I record an intro for this? I don't know if I did. I guess I'll just do that now. So you guys remember the Doggie challenges series, right? And how for the 10th one, it was a full-length level and it was a creator contest for each of the parts. So yeah, as you saw, I uploaded 2 years ago. I actually ended up building a part for the creator contest. And since I don't really have a whole lot of experience in the editor, I figured it would be interesting to record my process. This is my first and probably last submission to a creator contest. And my submission for Doggie Challenge is 10. We are building a part in Doggie Challenges X. Probably, like, most definitely not gonna get in the actual level, but, you know, it'll be a fun challenge. And, you know, looking at the stuff, like, already sent, I think I could probably make something, like, on par with what's been submitted, at least gameplay-wise. I don't know about deco, I'm not very good at that, but I'll do my best. I'm making a submission for part 4, so, yeah, this is just, like, the general information for it. I'm just gonna keep this off to the side so that I know. So it's groups 901 to 1200, colors 181 to 240, and then yeah, that's like the song. So it's like literally a 7-second part. I have a month to do it. I think I can make like a good 7-second part in 1 month. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're first going to make our players spawn like a bit higher. That's the first thing we need to do. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is I definitely want it to like speed up at this part right here, and then like I'm not sure where I want to go from here. I want to either have it transition into a UFO or have it like be a black orb on this second click. Okay, yeah, I think that looks a lot better. Okay, then I want to have like this black orb sort of send you down like in between 2 blocks, something like this. I want to have this like be one of those things where it's like sort of a trick type thing, but not really. So I'll just make it so that like this other UFO also has like a black orb in it that you're not supposed to hit. Okay, that's not horrible. And then I kind of want to have it like transition into a wave for this like triple click here. I think I'm actually going to have this dash orb be held for like 2 beats. Okay, I like that click pattern. Just gonna build some real quick like structuring for this. And I think I want to use a swing. Kind of want to do the teleport portal thing again just to go with like this sort of glitch sound effect that happens here. Okay, so what I want to do is have you click the swing into a dash orb, click again, and then go into another dash orb in a different direction. Then we'll have this transition into like a slow ship. Then what I want to do is I want to make this a duel. Ooh, okay, this is kind of cool. We can have both the swing and the spider hit this spider orb right here. Then go to this platform up here, and from there they click from the same spot and fall into a minus wave is what I'm thinking. Okay, so we'll do that little minus wave there, then at the end we'll just have it sort of transition back into a single wave and make it double speed. Alright, I think that's about done. I'm probably gonna change this because I'm not like super satisfied with it, but for now this is what we got. Alright, not horrible. I remade all the gameplay because the old layout sucked. This one is much better. Much better. The one thing is, I really don't like the structuring in this part, but that's something we can easily just change. Alright, so we're back with another recording for this. A little bit of progress since the last recording. Okay, it's really not that much, but it's a start, you know, it's a start. So yeah, basic rundown of what I did. I added some camera triggers to make everything, you know, look more dynamic, I guess. Got the color scheme going, added some background pulses. So yeah, basically, I've got a lot of the basic designs down. Started with just like sort of circular ground spikes and then layered them with glowing yellow ones on a second layer down, and then I added this sort of structure inside it with gradient triggers. I don't know, I don't really like the way it looks. I'm gonna try and think of something to replace this because it's just kind of ugly as it is right now. I don't like the way it blends with the yellow. It just looks really stupid, and it leaves like a lot of empty space around here. Like, this just looks bad. I want to think of something, like, I feel like here is like a good use of the gradient trigger. I like the way I used it there, so I think I'm gonna try and do something similar where I'm just gonna like replace this whole thing with a black structure similar to this right here, and then put like a couple of like triangles like this, just have them jutting up in like the bottom of the structure. On the background pulses, I also added these sort of translucent spikes to sort of give like a blur effect to these spikes and chains. Added glow, you know, that's a must. And I did my classic designs with like these little circle thingies, and then also decorated these little structures and added these like little pulsing chains connecting them to the ground spikes. I think it looks pretty decent so far. So basically what I kind of want to do is, obviously this is Doggie Challenges 10. I was going for like a doggy theme using his colors and all. So I want to kind of take inspiration from like some of the stuff that he built like in his videos, as well as like some of the levels, like his important completions. These little background structures here, I got the idea for these from the last Duel of Deimos. I was thinking sort of at this ending part here, I don't really have any ideas for a custom background. I kind of want to make one, or at least like some sort of background effect. And for this last part, I was thinking like, as like the camera tilts, as like the custom background, sort of do what they did in, if you've ever seen like the key part in the Ultimate Demon, they sort of flash like little references to all of the levels that were like, that it drew inspiration from. I kind of want to do that, but have like little art relating to all of his past artists. And we're gonna do 4 of these. We're gonna do 4 different little mini arts. So first of all, his first like notable artist, I'm gonna grab myself a copy of Killbot. And what I'm thinking here is we take the words that flash on the screen. We take cry is what I'm thinking. So where's cry? Let's find cry. Okay, here it is. Here's cry. Can I make this a custom object without my game like dying? Is this possible? Oh, it does. Huh. Okay, that's nice. So yeah, the 4 levels that I'm going to use for this little segment are Killbot. Obviously, we gotta have Kinos in there. And then Slaughterhouse, of course. That's an important one. And then I guess his current artist, Acheron. Okay, so it is February 17th right now, which means I have 2 weeks to complete this, and I only have like 1 section even close to done. So I kind of gotta get moving on this. So what I want to do here is, I hate how this looks. This looks really stupid. So I'm gonna get rid of it. So what I want to do down here is, because I didn't like the way the pink and yellow blended together, since like this black structure right here is only used here, I haven't used it anywhere else. I think I'm just gonna replace that big blocky thing with like a giant a black structure like this. And then I got an idea. That's not all I'm gonna do, but let me just build that out. So I'm thinking something like this, kind of out like that, and then we can fill in all this empty space. Alright, there we go, that's perfect. Then we just kind of like copy paste these spikes. So we'll put some there, like right here on this edge there, and then some right there. Maybe grab this whole thing and move it over a little bit to make it like not so weirdly off center. There we go. Okay, how does that look? Stupid. Okay, great. It's like fine. It's just, I don't know how to get anything to go with the yellow. It's just that the yellow needs like something inside of it. I'm just gonna do the thing that I planned on doing with the gradients, because I did have a plan of how I wanted to repurpose those. So let me just do that real quick. So I'm just gonna do like the, you know, typical sort of structure with the white on the outside and then the black on the inside. And I'm just going to take these gradient triggers and just put them inside of here and just do kind of the same thing that I did with the other structure and make it sort of like, you know, like fold it over on itself. And then we like kind of put this inside of that other structure. And then I guess what we do now is just slap some glow on it. I don't know. Can I copy paste a gradient? I can, but it does that. That is not what I want. Okay, does that look fine? I mean, it looks like... I'm gonna put this off for now. I'm gonna move over to the part that I was working on in the last section, which is this. So I got Killbot here. This is like the O from the end screen of Kinos, and then I'll probably do like the one like club step monster that's in the middle of River. I don't know what I'm gonna do for Acheron. Probably just like the club step monster at the very beginning, like the first jump. I'm gonna take this thing and scale it down so that I can replicate it using the skinny glow beam. I'm not gonna copy down every single individual thing here. I'm just gonna make it like enough that it's like recognizable as to what it is. Okay, that looks pretty good. And then we just gotta do the outside. Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna bother copying each one individually. I'm just gonna make like a couple and then kind of copy paste them around because a lot of them have like similar shapes. Actually, do these all have like the same shape? Because this template is fitting pretty perfectly onto all of these, so. All right, there we go. That looks pretty good. Let's see like the size comparison, how it's gonna look in like the actual background. I think that's like a good size, and it is 11:40, so I'm going to get off and go to bed. Alright, so while I was working on the ground spikes for this section, I actually had an idea on how I can make this part like look less stupid. What I'm gonna do here is I'm just gonna get rid of this whole structure. I'm not gonna get rid of it, I'm just gonna move it like up here into the storage. This is where I keep all of like the scrap structures that I had previously in case I want to like put them back or reuse them somewhere else. So okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take all of these yellow blocks and delete them. These right here I'm also gonna move like up here for now. But anyway, enough of that. What I'm gonna do with the ground spikes is I'm going to basically do the same thing I did with the outer layer to make this. So just copy paste it, move it down, warp it so that it like fits in. But yeah, what I'm going to do is basically just, instead of having like the entire structure be yellow from that point downwards, I'm just going to make like a single yellow strip in the center. So that's why I'm just like rotating all of these spikes around, and then I'm just gonna have it change like back to black. So yeah, that's my plan with this. Hopefully it turns out okay. That's done. Then I'm basically just gonna take this yellow piece, put it back inside of here, and then trace it along the entire structure. Okay, there we go. Then now what we can do is kind of just fill in the rest of the black, and we'll see how this looks. Does it look stupid? Kind of, because I need to make the glow extend out more. Okay, I think that looks better at the very least. How does it look playing it in the actual level? I mean, yeah, that actually looks totally fine. If you're taking the intended path, you're not even going to see it, so totally fine with that. So I guess just do the same down here. I think I want to put something like in the middle of this, going like through this whole little strip thing to make it look a little less empty. Maybe I'll actually put these things back too. Does that look okay, having them like there-ish? I mean, you can sort of see them, you know. I kind of like them there. We'll use those there. I kind of like them there. That should be pretty much good. I'm gonna come up with something to fill like all this empty space in here, but for now that's pretty good. I'm satisfied with that. On to the next problem we kind of have is the fact that, so this structure here is uneven. It is not a full block, like the length is not like a full block. There's a half block in there, and obviously this like block type right here, there's not exactly a half block structure that exists that we can just like put in there, unless I did some like weird thing, like, you know, taking these and sort of like scaling them up to like a half block, but that just looks really, really weird. And I also can't just take it and scale X to 1/2 and then put it in there, because yeah, that doesn't really look great either. So what I'm gonna do is, since you know how I was saying like my idea with this structure up here was to reuse this black structure here so it wouldn't look so out of place, I'm actually gonna do that right here. So as you can see, all of these spikes are like the normal spike design that I have going for the level, but this one right here is going to be different. So okay, I'm gonna make a outline for this structure right here. So yeah, we'll put that thing there, kind of have it go down a little bit, and then maybe I want to have it go 2 over and then like extend out there so that it like overlaps. If I put like 2 spikes there, 2 spikes there, and then the full spike here, I do want to put like another thing there and then sort of have it like go down a little and end off like that. I think that looks pretty cool. All right, I actually like that. That looks pretty good. Then all I gotta do is just make this not look stupid by filling up that empty space. That looks pretty good if you ask me. And then put that all over the structure. And hopefully that doesn't look like too stupid when I add glow to the other structures. It might like blend a little weirdly. That looks pretty good, I think. I just need to make like the actual structure itself more detailed, I think is what needs to happen. But other than that, that's not bad. What time is it? It is 2:35 and I have a class at 3, so I don't really know what else to do. I don't really have time to do much else, but like I'm just gonna cut the recording off here and work on the ground spikes because no one needs to see that. All right, see you later when I do something important. Alright, so the results are out. I got the notification when I was at work, and I haven't watched it yet because I wanted to wait till I got home so I could like react to it. So yeah, let's see how we did.
Here we
See,
got
where's part 4? Let's skip to part 4. Oh yeah, this is the part that is going to win. Yeah, this part is really good. Oh, my part. Let's go. All right, let's see how I did.
Sparksy. Let's see this one. This is now my color scheme. Okay, this gameplay is very fun. This is that just Slaughterhouse? And that's Acheron.
He gets it. See, he gets it.
I like what they did with the background. Like levels that very important in my career.
Yeah, he got it. He got the thing I was going for.
I like what you did there, bro.
He liked my part. He said the gameplay was very fun. I don't think he's like putting the results in until like the very end. Can I like skip ahead? Verification and winners. Okay, let's see. I definitely lost. There's no way I won. Let's see. Yeah, of course. He still said the part was good though, so that's a W. Obviously Cold was gonna win. But yeah, you know, I'm pretty proud of what I did here, and you know, we got some good feedback, so I'm satisfied with that. This was fun, and I definitely got better at decorating throughout this. So, you know, that's pretty good. We take that.